All right, I want to go over kettlebell juggling basics. The only part of kettlebell juggling that I'm good at is the basics, so I figure I can instruct that. What we want to go over is a little bit of swing form. We'll go over a couple progressions into the front and back flip. When you're swinging, hard style swing is what almost everybody does. That's just a hip hinge. Not typically the best swing for kettlebell juggling, as your trajectory with the kettlebell is forward. That's hard to catch. What we want to do is modify the arc of the swing so that we're kind of scooping and loosening that elbow and bringing the trajectory upwards so that we can float the kettlebell in front of us and then manipulate the way it moves. The way we do that is we're going to go single arm, we're going to swing, elbows in close, and float. Now it comes up. So if I release, it floats. And this is the first thing we're going to start with. Floating, catching, same arm. When you start this, you're typically going to release and it's going to flip on its own. So just try to get that finesse. It's going to take a few times. Once you get about 10 of those floats on both arms, then you'll switch hands. Other hand is right there, just catching. You can even just pass it without even floating it in the beginning if you feel scared. Then try to get some air. Play with that a little bit. Next one is more of a coordination piece and kind of helps you get used to the floating kettlebell and really disconnecting the hand that you threw it with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swing it, release, tap with the other hand, and then grab with the same hand we just threw it with. We're gonna swing, tap, catch, tap, catch. Switch the other hand, tap, catch, tap, catch. All right, so once you get 10 of those on each side, then we'll progress to a flip. On the flip, the first thing we're gonna do is drop it. We're not gonna try to catch it. I just want you to get an idea of how it flows, both directions, front and back. There's an argument about what you should learn first, whether it's a front flip or a back flip. It doesn't matter. Back flip's more intuitive. It's just the way the kettlebell typically goes. So what we're gonna do is grab the kettlebell, swing it a couple times, when you're ready, flip it. Watch where it goes. If you're on the grass or sand, you don't really have to worry about it too much. It's not gonna go too far, but still keep your eyes on it. It can roll over your ankle and your professional kettlebell juggling career pretty quickly. If you're in the gym, really keep an eye out for it. Even use some softer mats to kind of absorb that and prevent the roll. I've almost broke a couple windows in the gym myself, so be careful. Once we get a feel for how that kettlebell floats, and we're getting some pretty good flips, and they're not going away from us like that, once we can keep it right here, watch it spin and land, then we're gonna try to grab it. As we swing, that other hand comes up with it, and it's ready to grab. Okay, so it's real close, spins right over into the hand. This is a back flip. That is the most intuitive, easiest to flip, hardest to catch of the two. The next one is a front flip. The front flip is actually is gonna be a swing. As you come through, you're flicking it with your thumb pretty much, coming up and pushing it out. So it spins outwards. The handle goes away from you. This one's a little harder to get down on the flip, easier to catch because your hand's just right there. The handle just goes right in your hand. So front flip. Back flip. I'm gonna throw this kettlebell at the guy with his boombox over there. Okay, so like I said, try to get each step of this down before you progress to the next step. Try to get 10 to 20 on each hand or more before you progress. It'll help create that flow. A lot of you just want to go straight into flips like I've always done, and that's whatever, it's fine. You'll still probably figure it out that way, but I suggest incrementally progressing. And then the same thing with the flips. Your goal is to get 10 on each hand, each direction, without a break, okay, without dropping it. And then after that, we'll continue this series. So have fun with it, be safe, don't f up the gym floor or the grass like I'm doing right now. Probably about to get yelled at by the city. But if you're in your backyard, set up some mats or some yoga mats, work really well on the grass too. But anyways, have fun, be safe.